That freaking rabbit, guys, that freaking rabbit escaped defeat twice, 2 times against Hit. Are you serious, man? They really nerfed Hit in this week's episode, guys. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I loved it. I love seeing Goku team up with Hit, but at the end of the day, they nerfed the hell out of Hit. Basically, the explanation behind Dispo's dominance in the fight is that Hit would use time skip, right? And when he uses time skip, his body would strain. Dispo would sense that, and he would move at super speed. He would increase his speed like 1,000-fold and just blitz Hit, right? And he'd get him good. Like, he was really getting Hit good early on in this fight. I mean, he was getting hit back to back. He was crashing into things. Champa was pissing himself. They really tried to make this whole situation early on in the episode like Hit's gonna lose the fight or something, and that's a little bit too crazy for me, alright? So even though I really love this episode and the fighting scenes were absolutely spectacular, again, the animation could use a little work in certain instances, I don't think it's acceptable to make Hit look weak like that, bro. And I'm at our friend's place right now. We actually watched the episode together, and my friend was getting, like, heated. Like, he was actually getting angry because his favorite character is Hit, right? And when Hit got hit pretty good and he was on the edge of the arena, you had Dispo charging in to basically finish him, right? And Hit used time skip at the last second, which was absolutely brilliant, and Dispo fell off the arena, so he's done, right? He's done for good. But then that dude that we saw in the preview, and I just had a feeling he'd come in at that second, right? He came in to save him, and I mean, you could tell that Dispo was going to get saved because we've actually seen this in the Tournament of Power a couple times where characters fall off, and then at the last second somebody saves them. But this dude was fully occupied saving Dispo, right? At that second, my friend said Hit could have just used time skip, taken this dude out, and it would have been 2 members of the Pride Troopers left, right? It would have been Toppo and Jiren, right? And I honestly have to agree with him because at that second, what is he gonna do? What is this short little fuck with the webs gonna do? How is he gonna escape out of that situation if Hit uses time skip? I mean, think about how he actually got taken out in this week's episode. Hit used time skip, punched him, and he went flying out the arena. So I feel like in a way they stretched this episode just to show off and flex Super Saiyan God Goku, and I'm cool with it. I loved it. I love seeing those two team up because maybe that serves its own purpose in the sense that maybe Hit will come in and help Goku out in the future. And I love it how Goku said that he wasn't helping Hit when he indeed was helping Hit. Like, this guy was getting DP'd, bro. Like, he was completely just wrapped up and Dispo was just punch after punch after punch. So, you know, I feel like they did stretch this and they could have finished all these guys off earlier, but I'm cool with the fact that they showed off Super Saiyan God because I love the transformation. We haven't seen it since Battle of Gods. And honestly, like, I really love the fact that they pulled something from the manga, and that's Goku swapping from Super Saiyan God to Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue, right? Now, there is something in me that's telling me, like, they should have kept that for Vegeta, right? Because if you know, Vegeta also did the swapping, but the way they could actually redeem Vegeta and also kind of separate these two's abilities is that Goku could swap from Super Saiyan God to Super Saiyan God Blue, but Vegeta could do that instantaneously, like at super speed, like, you know, Dispo levels of speed. You know, if they're both gonna have the same ability, or to some degree the same ability, Vegeta should have his own unique style to it, right? Like, it should be his own signature version of the technique. But for that to happen, he would need some more training, because if you remember, in the anime, he didn't actually get enough training in the hyperbolic time chamber. For them to actually give Vegeta this technique in the anime, he would have to train for that technique longer, right, in the hyperbolic time chamber. So I think it's possible Vegeta could get that technique. Now, I don't know if he's gonna get that technique in the Tournament of Power, but that'd still be cool. Maybe he could train as he's fighting because, you know, it's Dragon Ball Super. They could pull anything out they ask if they want. But what I'm trying to say with my runoff sentence is, yes, I know a lot of people are going to complain, oh, Goku shouldn't have jumped to Hit's defense, but I feel like that serves a purpose in terms of the plot, in the sense that in the future of this tournament, when Goku is in trouble, you're going to have someone jump into his defense, right? You're going to have Hit basically defending Goku in the same way that Goku jumped to Hit's defense when he was getting basically DP'd, right? And I know you could say, well, Hit said he spared Goku at the very end of the episode. That's just them having fun and, you know, joking with each other. But in reality, Hit knows he owes it to Goku. He knows that when Goku's in trouble, he gotta step in or he's a little punk and he's not worthy of Goku's friendship. Alright, I'm worthy of Goku's friendship more than Hit if Hit just lets Goku get messed up like that. You know, because it's mutual. Friendships are mutual. When a friend does something for you, you're supposed to do something for that friend.
Problem is, though, he did that with Kale and Cauliflower too.
I mean, Topo said himself in this week's episode, there's no justice, there's no evil, there's only survival and erasure. And I think Goku needs to take a page out of that book, right? Because he's just extremely naive, man. He's saving all these characters. He's letting them get back up when he needs to play dirty and win it for his team. And that's quite the switch up for Topo, who prides himself on justice. I'm wondering if this is the downfall of Topo, because literally he's contradicting his personality. And I'm wondering where Jiren stands in all of this, if he still believes in that code of honor, in that justice. Overall, guys, as a fan of the character Hit, seeing Goku go Super Saiyan God once again, I loved it, right? I would say a couple of my favorite scenes is Hit, for instance, using the shockwave, the same shockwave that he used against Goku in the second fight, and also that combination that he used against Vegeta. He used that shit against, let's see, what's his name, man? These characters just be dropping dead like flies, so I keep forgetting their names. Kunchi, right? He used that combo on Kunchi, and I'm not gonna lie, I was really feeling those sound effects. And my favorite scene in the episode was most likely Goku just spamming those ki blasts in Super Saiyan Blue. I absolutely love that. Despite the fact that that dude actually got back up and saved Dispo, like for the second time, which was bullshit. I feel like, if anything, he should have been taken out right